What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are here for the first time. My name is Malika and I love to travel and share my experiences and tips about travel with you guys. So if you're into that kind of stuff, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am so close to my goal of 6,000 followers, so please give me a little push and help me get there. I am right now wrapping up a one-week trip in Indonesia and having an absolutely incredible time, so please stay tuned for more about that. And this evening I will be heading back to Bali. So I wanted to hop on here and do a quick little video about places to stay in Bali, since I've been there so many times and I love it, and I also love getting to know the different areas. But there are some kind of pros and cons of staying in each one, and it can be really confusing doing all that research and trying to figure out where you want to stay. So today I'm breaking down some of the most popular places to stay in Bali, pros and cons of each, and things you need to know. So let's talk about Seminyak, which is a really chic and very trendy hub that got super popular. There's luxury shopping, amazing restaurants, beautiful beach clubs, a nice party scene, all of those things that can make it a really attractive choice. But the beaches are a little bit crowded. Actually, everything's a little bit crowded because it's so popular and trendy, and it's also like a little bit more expensive than other parts. And traffic is also a mess, but traffic's kind of a mess everywhere in Bali, so you'll have to navigate that pretty much no matter where you stay, to be honest. Okay, so let's talk about Canggu. So Canggu is just north of Seminyak, and it's really blown up in popularity from being like a really cute, sleepy boho town to being like a super popular hub, especially for like tourists and digital nomads who kind of make that their base and then travel around. And it's pretty cool. Like, again, if you like the bustling kind of really poppin' like party scene with all the action, you will love it. But in my opinion, it's lost a lot of that authentic charm that makes you feel like it's Bali. Like, it doesn't really have that same level of authenticity and cultural connection that you would find in other places. So just something to keep in mind. If you're going for like a beach party, turn up day party vibe, you would love it. If you want something a little low key and like laid back and like a little bit more authentic, maybe not the best place for you. Next up is Ubud, which is one of my favorite parts of Bali. Again, if I don't want a beach vacation when I go, I'm staying in Ubud. Ubud is regarded as the cultural and spiritual center of Bali, and it's kind of the place where a lot of the action and interest originated. There's the lush rice paddies, there's the monkey forest, there's like all these kind of like really beautiful like jungle resorts and clubs. And that's also where you'll find a lot of the like wellness and spiritual and cultural activities and things like all the temples and kind of purification rituals. Also like a lot of yoga retreats are based out of Ubud. So if you want that kind of spiritual and wellness vibe, that's the place where you should stay. The only con is like it's not really close to the beach. You're going to be driving about an hour in either direction to find the nearest beach, and that's an hour like without traffic. With the traffic, that time could very easily double. And the most popular attractions can become really congested, and there's also like a ton of the Instagram day trips that just come for taking photos, which I've done and it's fun, but if it's just not your vibe, you probably won't want to be around there too often. And next up is Uluwatu, which is my #1 favorite place. I went there for a day the first time, fell in love with it, and my second trip to Bali, that's where I decided to stay, just because it's just so beautiful. So Uluwatu has some of the best beaches, really dramatic surf and cliffs and rock formations, and it's just absolutely stunning. And it's also home to the Uluwatu temple, and you can also catch a little bit of culture at the temple with the fire dance that happens every evening at 6 and 7 p.m. The only downside of the beaches being so amazing and all those cliffs I talked about how much I love is a lot of them require a steep descent, so a lot of stairs down and then up when you're leaving the beach. So that's just something to keep in mind, especially if you have mobility issues. It's not the most accessible to get to most of the beaches, but they are absolutely gorgeous. And next up is Sanur, which is one of the like laid back and a little bit more family friendly areas of Bali. If you want like a more relaxed, quiet, low-key choice, that's probably the one for you. There are nice beaches, but there's like not a lot of the kind of party scene, like day parties, day clubs, you know, nightclubs, crazy restaurants that you would find in other areas. So it's going to be much more of a better place to just like low-key lay back and disconnect and just really be in like a chill, quiet vacation mode. And it's also going to be very family friendly because a lot of the resorts are just more structured around kids activities, so you'll be able to kind of like maybe leave them in like a daycare, or they'll have like a kiddie pool and things like that. And the beaches there are very calm, which means you can't really surf or do like a lot of like crazy swimming, but if you just want like a little bit of a shallow water to kind of like lounge and chillin'. Like there's not gonna be a lot of those big like steep sandbar drops where the water gets really deep. It's gonna be pretty chill. So again, that's the choice for someone who wants like a very quiet, removed, like not trendy, not hippie, not overcrowded, like kind of destination. A hidden gem on my list that is being much less explored is Munduk. So if you really want to escape the crowds and see a totally different side of Bali, that is kind of like one of the last parts that's like off the beaten path, Munduk is your girl. It's in the northern part of Bali in the central highlands. It's very like tucked away and secluded, and so it has breathtaking waterfalls, much cooler temperatures than other parts because of where it's located, and breathtaking mountain scenery. But there is less tourist infrastructure developed because a lot of tourists just don't go there, right? So it won't exactly be as convenient or have all the creature comforts as the more popular places. And if you are someone who wants to rent your own scooter to hop around, the roads can be a little bit difficult. I'm not renting my own scooter, I just do Grab when I'm in Bali, and it just makes it so much easier having a driver to take you wherever you need to go because they know the roads. But down there it can be a little bit more challenging. And so there you have it. Those are some of my favorite places to stay in Bali, and I hope that this helps you plan your trip. I personally think Bali is almost at the point of being overhyped, but it still is such a good vibe. I have a great time every time I go. I probably will be back because it's just like an easy place to go and have fun and just get a nice little change of scenery. But I am really excited to explore other parts of Indonesia, like where I am now. If you want to know more about that, keep watching this channel, stay tuned, subscribe, and check me out on Instagram and TikTok. And let me know in the comments your favorite places to stay in Bali and what your thoughts are about each of these destinations. And thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.